guys probably can't hear this over the creek over here to the left. Actually a small river. Very fast moving, beautiful. But this is the place where I'm staying, called Old Town in Mestia, Georgia. Nice little modest place. I mean, it's perfect for what I'm doing. I have a shared bathroom for the moment because I extended my stay at the beginning of it, and Ineza was kind enough to do that. It's just that I couldn't get my original room for 10 days because she'd already rented it. It'll have a private bathroom, which is nice. The kitchen is right below me on the first floor. I'm up on the second floor. Nicely equipped kitchen. Got two nice electric burners, for frying. There's a little wood stove in there for later on if it's cold. Let's see what, nice refrigerator, freezer. I went to the market today. That's the one thing about Mestia is there's a decided lack of not supermarkets, markets, period, where you can buy things like that I want, just sausage, eggs, butter. And I want some ketchup to go on the eggs occasionally. That's not too bad for my diet. There's a little sugar in it. I don't use that much. And of course, they always have good butter in there. Don't be surprised if you see a cow walk up here later on today. Cows have an absolute free run of the city. You see them everywhere. They're dairy cows. There was a guy that couldn't get my phone out quick enough this morning when I was going to the market. Here's a guy with a stick. He's going along and there's this cow, and he's guarding her or guiding her along on the street. Got a bell, ringing. I mean, it's like right out of the biblical times. But there are cows everywhere. This is my second. I arrived yesterday. This is my second day. So I'm kind of resting and getting my bearings here. The mountains here are spectacular. The question remains is how well I'm going to be able to navigate them at 77 years old. So we'll see. Had a great conversation this morning with 4 Italians who were leaving today. They're backpackers, and they're going to go up over the mountains over here on the left I think they're taking just overnight tonight to go to some village up in the mountains. They want to do that 4-day trek that I'm looking at doing, but the more I look at it, the more I wonder if I can do it. Or at least if I can do it the way it's traditionally done. Which is you spend 3 nights, 4 days. Each night you spend in a guest house. So you don't have to take stoves and tents, all that overnight camping gear. All you've got to take is clothing, your personal items like a toothbrush, toothpaste. You do need to have carry a good amount of water. Preferably they recommend you being able to carry 2 liters. And I can do that. I also bought a new water filter because I wasn't anticipating that. It's a bee-free from cotton, and it's one of those ones that doesn't plug up easy. It's easy to carry, easy to use. You can look it up. I'm not even paid for that or anything. It's just what I have. So since I'm going to be here a little over 2 months, I have time to kind of get my feet on the ground and see what I can actually do and start doing some short day hikes, have my good camera making this on my phone. When I have my good camera, I'm probably going to make some more videos with it. I have a wireless mic I can use for it to overcome this problem where I'm sitting with a lot of background noise like the creek. So let me see how this works out. I might have to shoot this video over with my good camera using the wireless mics in order to get the audio better. But the town is really full of tourists. There must be 100 cafes and restaurants. Last night I ate with a German couple, and I actually thought almost they were American when I kind of overheard them talking to the waitress in English. So when the waitress came away, I introduced myself. They're from Germany. That's one of the differences between Europe and I think Americans can learn something. This is that in Europe, everybody learns their native language, in their case German, but they also learn a second or third or more languages. And in their case, they learned English. I think the guy he was in America for a while working. So English to me is international language, and the business is carried out in for the most part. But they, virtually almost no accent. It's really fun talking to them. Anyway, this place where I ate last night's right around the corner up here, maybe 100 meters. And I had some barbecued pork. Because I didn't want any as delicious as those pastries that they have here and potatoes and that. I'm trying to minimize that. This morning when I got up, my blood sugar was 105, which was, all things considered, I was very pleased with that. So I hope I can keep it. The plan will probably be to get up in the morning after I get settled and try to get some early morning pictures when the light is good. Early morning around town before all the tourists on the street. And then eat a late morning meal. I'm trying to replicate what I do back in America. And then fast for the rest of the day until early evening. I'll eat something light in the early evening. And with all the walking I'm going to do, I have a feeling that it will tend to keep my blood sugar down. I was actually surprised when I left Ukraine a couple of weeks ago. My A1C was dropped from 6.3 to 5.8 while I was in Ukraine. And I ate some, what for me should have been bad meals, carbohydrates, higher carbohydrates than I like, which I just can't resist some of the good food they have over here. Americans missing out on some good food by not traveling. And it's healthy food. Or at least things like the pastries and that, bread, don't seem to have I know they don't have all the crap processing done to them. Down the street here, I'll probably get one of the things that are ubiquitous in this part of the world. It's basically a flatbread that has all kinds of different fillings. Cheese and potatoes are very popular. Meats like lamb or whatever the less expensive local meat is. A lot of Islamic people in this area, so they don't see them eating much pork. All their pork is served in all the restaurants. Islamic people simply don't eat it. So it's not halal. So that's sort of what's been going on so far. The trip up here was a little bit more of an adventure than I would like. Originally, I was supposed to get this large tour type bus, real comfortable, big bus that you see everywhere. And I I got to the place where the buses and marshukas were. No big bus. And, oh, here comes a cow. He just come through, she just came through the gate. I'll show you the camera when I get ready to put it down. So it was a, let's see, thing left at 6:40 in the morning from tbilisi. And we got here at about 4:30 in the afternoon. So what's that? 8 hours or so. And the last couple hours just beat the living shit out of me. I mean, and everybody else. There's 18 passengers in there, and they're packed in like this. I had the marshukas have 2 seats on this side, 1 seat on the passenger side, and a narrow aisle in there. I had to sit basically like sideways because I would have had my knees up on my chin. So I don't want to do that again, but I may have to. I want to try and see, go down and talk to the ticket office down there and see what's required to make sure I get on a big, comfortable bus. The road wouldn't be so bad if you were in something that had good suspension, comfortable seats. Oh, there's 2 more cows. So that's the scenery coming up here the last 2 hours while we were very uncomfortable. We were going through a narrow canyon. It's just unbelievable. Very steep, narrow canyon with the river going through it. You have to admire the people from the past because those slopes, are vertical almost. They're all covered with trees and undergrowth. How people ever got through there, I'll never know. Yes, Mama. Okay. I'm going to do some map reading. There's the cow. My room is on the top floor of the far one on the left, right below the cows. The kitchen is those 2 windows on the bottom right below me there.